nice bull, looks like he's about 5 years old, and beautiful colour. Look at this red up here, black face, nice big sweeping horns. So I'm here at the range. The weather's not exactly perfect, but that's alright. I need to get familiar with this new bow. I've had it for a few days. I basically shot it in and went straight out the back looking for something to fling an arrow at. I found a bunch of lazy turkeys, and at 45 yards, this is what happened. Got him. Sweet. So I'm off to hunt scrub bulls in Western Queensland, Australia. I'm told I'm going to be on a property in excess of 20,000 acres. I want people to realise that these are not domesticated animals. I know there's a prevalence for people to assume that they are, that they're farmed cattle, etc. They are not. That was my prerequisite to booking this hunt with Danny, my guide, and make sure everyone is aware of that. Danny has told me that these animals are dangerous. Scrub bulls have a notorious reputation for being unpredictable and dangerous. They will run you over, piss one of these bad boys off, and he starts charging, put your balls in a wheelbarrow and run. So I need to be accurate. Danny has told me to train out to 60 yards, which is what I'm doing right now, and be ready. So that being said, I have 3 weeks to prepare for this hunt. I'm going to take you guys on that journey, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the adventures that I've already had across the ditch. Got a bit of hook on them for age, you know, not an old pig. Glad that was all downhill. Australia as a bow hunting destination has treated me very, very well. This will be my third such adventure across the ditch. My first hunt was in 2012 with friends Peter Quinn and Dave Scully. We hunted a very large property that had a lot of pigs on it. It was all spot and stalk hunting. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. The last pig on that particular adventure was the largest boar I've ever seen and I've ever shot. It was standing up to its armpits in water, in a pond, feeding, oblivious to us. Dave and I snuck in there. I managed to get an arrow right in the heart. It spun around, rolled over and died right there in the water. And Dave, being the legendary fearless warrior hunter that he is, waded out into crocodile infested waters and retrieved that boar for me without even batting an eyelid. The following year I went back, this time a little bit further north, and I hunted Asiatic buffalo with the bow. This was another great adventure. I remember driving in there with my guide JD, and the roadside was on fire. That fire burned uncontrollably for the entirety of my hunt. The first buffalo we saw on that trip was a real big old monster. Unfortunately, we never got close enough to him to have a shot at him, but it sort of cemented a precedent for me that, oh man, these things are huge, and oh my god, how the hell am I going to hold it together when we get close enough to one of these guys? They are so much bigger when you see them in person. I found out just 2 days after that, JD, being a very good bow hunter and a good guide, got me into the position where we needed to be, and I remember getting to about 35 yards from this big old buffalo that was feeding oblivious to us, and I remember looking at JD, and here's the look here, here's the look I gave him. Right there, I was so damn nervous. My knees were shaking, my stomach was a complete mess, my heart was hammering like a jackhammer, my hands were shaking. I don't know how I held it together, I really don't. 5 minutes later, The buffalo was a little bit close, I think it was about 30 yards. I drew my bow and the rest was history. The arrow went exactly where I wanted it to. The buff ran, he spun around and he died very, very quickly. And not only had I secured a big trophy Asiatic buffalo, but he was old. He was between 12 and 14 years of age. And that to me was the icing on the cake. I have that buffalo on my wall right here in our home, and I always look at that buffalo, but not just of memories of the hunt, but memories of the total experience and whom I shared it with. And I honestly think that's what trophy hunting should be about. So the next time you see me in Australia, let's hope that I can make some new friends and some new memories. So I am in Australia. This is Danny over here. Here we have Master Chef Australia contestant Dave Scully. He's had, hang on, where is he? There he is. He's had a few wines. Check out the moustache. And it's bacon and steak and Shiraz and tomatoes and onions. I'm not too sure about the onions.
Don't need the eggs.
Oh yeah, eggs. Gotta do eggs. Gravy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Gravy. I was getting out of fucking...
There's a little old campfire behind us over here. Hang on. That campfire. Doesn't look particularly big in the viewfinder of this camera, but let me tell you, that is a raging inferno down there. And yeah, so camp life is pretty good. So this is the morning of day 4. This gentleman to my right here has an immense amount of confidence that today we're going to connect with a bull. Yesterday got it wrong, paid the price, wasn't good enough. Bunch of excuses that I could mention, but it's not going to get us anywhere.
Got another bull. That yellow bull back there just kicked our ass. It's gone, but we've kept on, and now we've seen a couple of more real monsters out here in the field. I think we just need to wait. They're unbowhuntable where they are. There's nothing to hide behind out there, but eventually they'll go to shade, and I'm hoping we're going to get them behind them, and one of those bulls is huge.
Well, this is it. A whole heap of practice, preparation, training to be given an opportunity at a big old mature scrub bull. Not only is he aged, he's mature, but he's also showing the effects of what's been a pretty mean sort of a drought right across a fair bit of Australia, and especially this region, Western Queensland. This bull looks like he's probably 13, maybe 14 inches around the bases around here. He's probably 10 years old, maybe older, and I'm wrapped. Like, you know, you put all that work in and you get an opportunity, and sometimes it works, sometimes it pays off, and I'm very, very fortunate and very, very grateful for this experience. We celebrated that hunt the best way possible. This is living the dream.
Yeah, no, they've got it sorted out up there. I'd